Hello everyone, I am Sreerupa, a tutor from Y-Axis Coaching. Welcome to my IELTS listening tip of the day. In today's session, we are going to discuss about gap fill questions. So what is meant by gap fill questions? There are 6 types of gap fill questions when it comes to IELTS listening test, and these are as follows: sentence completion, summary completion, table completion, note completion, form filling, and flowchart. So, section 1 of your listening test or part 1 of the listening test will have 10 gap fill questions, and each question will have a weightage of 1 mark. Now, the pattern of the listening test is such that you will get some time to read the questions before they play the track for you. So say for example, question 1 to question 5 for you in section 1 of the test is a gap fill question and you are having sentence completion questions. So before you get to listen to the content of the track, you will get some time to read the questions. So you should definitely read the questions well. You will get around 20 seconds to read questions 1 to 5. Now, while you are reading the question, what are the various things that you are supposed to see? Be it a sentence completion, summary completion, whatever be the question type, when you're reading the question, check for grammar clues. Very often, the gap fill questions do provide you with grammar clues. Okay? Not only that, probe deeper and ask yourself what should be the part of speech of the word which is going to complete the sentence, or which is going to complete the summary, or which is going to complete the table. Is it a noun that you have to look for? Is it a verb, an action word that you have to look for? Or is it an adjective that you have to look for? Are you expected to write a color, the name of a color in that blank, or a street number, or a house number? How are things? So we definitely need to probe deeper and analyze the part of speech of the word that is going to complete the sentence, as also check for grammar clues before and after the blank. Okay, so why should I do that? Because this helps you in targeted listening. When you know that you have to look for name of a person, when you're listening to the track, it will be very easy for you to recognize the answer. When you know that you have to write the color of the bag, when you're listening to it, it will be very easy for you to recognize the answer. So this is known as targeted listening. This is known as being able to predict the answer before you listen to the track, and this is a must. Okay, now the gap fill questions will always specify how many words you have to write in order to fill in the blank. Okay, generally they ask you to fill in the blank using no more than one word, no more than two words. It can also be no more than three words. Okay, so when they ask you to fill in the blank using no more than one word, that means the correct answer should have only one word. When they say no more than two words, that means your answer will have one word, at the most two words. It cannot have more than two words. And if the question task says complete the sentence or complete the summary using no more than three words, that means your correct answer can have one word, two words, at the most three words. It cannot have four words. Sometimes the question task also allows you to write a number, and accordingly the question task would be complete the sentence below, or complete the note below, complete the table below using no more than one word and or a number, no more than two words and or a number, no more than three words and or a number. So be very careful when they say no more than two words and or a number. That means the correct answer can have one word, it can have two words, it can just be a number, it can also be a combination of word and a number, or 2 words and a number. Okay, so while completing the sentence or table or summary or notes, it is not just enough for us to extract the specific word and copy it verbatim. While doing so, we also need to adhere to the question task. We have to see how many words am I allowed to write? Can I write a number also? Can there be a combination of number and word? Okay, so now let me illustrate this with a very simple example. Okay, so say for example, it is a gap fill question for you. Yes, that's what we're discussing about. And it is a sentence completion question. And the question task is something like this: complete the sentence below. So the question task reads like this: complete the sentence below using no more than one word and slash or a number. So when you read the question task, you understand that the sentence, you have to complete the sentence, of course, with words extracted from the track, but the number of, the answer cannot have more than one word. So that's why it's written no more than one word and slash or a number. So the answer can just be one number, or it can also be a combination of word and number because the conjunction and is there. Okay. Now, as per the track, suppose the content of the track is like this: the aquarium closes at 7:30 in the evening. Okay. So as per the track, the information is something like this: the aquarium closes at 7:30 in the evening. So the track says 7:30 in the evening. Okay, so that is the info in the track. Now, the question that you have is something like this: the aquarium closes at dash today. So you have to complete the sentence. Now, look at this sentence. So you get some time to read the question. When you're reading the question, you're reading like this: the aquarium closes at dash today. That means you know that once they play the track, definitely a time would be mentioned. So you have to look for a time. And the grammar clue at is also there to help you. So it makes it very evident for you that you have to look for a time. So this is known as being able to predict the answer, right? So now you're mentally prepared that when they're going to play the track for you, definitely a time would be mentioned. And when you're listening to that, what did you listen? As per the track, the aquarium closes at 7:30 in the evening. Okay, so a particular test taker listened to the word 7:30 and he copied that verbatim because that's what the track said. In the track, he got to listen to that 7:30. So accordingly, he is writing 7:30. Now, what do you think? Will the test taker get the score for this answer? Of course not. So 7:30 is, it is having two words. Half past is one word because it is a hyphenated word, and 7 is another word. So if the test taker writes 7:30 because that's exactly what he has listened to, he will never get 1 mark for this question because he has not adhered to the question task. The question task says no more than one word. He cannot write 2 words, right? So gap fill questions are not just about listening, extracting, and copying that verbatim. We need to be very careful we need to adhere to the question task. So now what is the best way in which we can complete the sentence? So since the track said 7:30 and I am allowed to write no more than one word and or a number, so I'm also allowed to write a number. The best possible way in which we can complete the sentence can be as simple as this. So 7:30 in the evening, that's what they mentioned. I can complete the sentence by writing the number 7:30 and then PM. Perfectly fine. So when you're writing the time, always remember to write colon. Okay. And in the track, they mentioned 7:30 in the evening. So you can write PM. No score would be deducted for that because AM or PM is never considered as a separate word. So you're safe. Go ahead and write it. Now the answer is correct and the test taker gets +1 if he writes 7:30 p.m. So we need to be very careful on the day of the examination. We need to be very attentive. Read the question and you get time 20 seconds to read the first 5 questions. When you're reading the question, please check the question task. How many words have they allowed you to write? Can you write a number also? Can there be a combination of one word or two words or three words and a number? Or is it just a number that you have to write? Then read the questions. While reading, probe deeper. Ask yourself what should be the part of speech of the word which is going to complete the sentence or summary or table or note, whatever be the question type. And then while listening to the track, extract the word and fill in the blank. So that's how you have to be very, very careful. And while practicing, also, please follow this rule. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sure this is going to help you. All the best for your IELTS examination. See you soon with another video. Bye bye. Take care.